Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Pure Joy Papercrafts. Today I've got a Valentine's project, the first one of 2022, to share with you today, and it is quite the project that we're going to go through today. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you this folio. Alright, so this folio that I have here for you today is inspired by Graphic 45, and it's actually using Tiffany over at Let's Get Scrappy, her tutorial of how to duplicate this. So this is completely made from scratch using chipboard and actually Valentine's Day scrap paper, so I won't have the links for any of this paper, and actually I don't think I'll probably have the links for anything in here because it was all using scraps and bits of things that I've inherited. So my grandmother-in-law had a whole basement full of scrapbook, paper supplies, jemmies, everything. We went through, I think, over 30 boxes of stuff, and I inherited most of it. And so this is actually 6x6 paper. I redid the measurements on this tutorial so that it would fit a 6x6 paper, and I have no scraps left over from these papers. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here's our cover, which I went ahead and stitched with my sewing machine, getting better with that one. And then I have two dollar store doilies, Valentine's Day doilies from last year that I layered on here. Two little circle punches. This is one of those like rubbing embellishments. I have a bunch of Valentine's Day ones for some reason, and so I just rubbed that on. And then we've got all of these. Here, let's zoom this in. There we go. You're gonna wiggle a little bit. All these little jemmies and then some little pearls on there for some accents. And so there's the front of that. Here's our spine, which has a little scrap strip from a page. And then there's our back. And everything on here is double matted because that's just started that way. And then once you start, you tend to not stop. And then here's our inside spine. And then this is a Trifold folio. So you can see here that we've got those little spines because this is going to open. And we've got a magnetic closure on here. Oh, look, see, I'm going to learn one day that I always go to film a video without this being completed. I will learn. So here we've got a gusseted pocket on our edge with another little scallop punched circle and some little enamel dots. I had some bows and hearts and stuff, and it says "You have my heart," another one of those. I want to call it rub and buff, and it's not rub and buff. Little like rub on. And then these were some tags that I made out of leftover scraps from the paper. That's why I said I had no scraps left over, because I turned all of my scraps into tags. Then I just kind of stuck in there. Now I'm gonna have to go back and add some sort of cut apart. I think I was hoping to have something left over from some other paper that I've got from my next project. So I'll add something on there. This flips open. You've got a page. Now keep in mind that all of these paper matted, I didn't do any trimming on these. These are all true 6x6s. So you could fit several photos in places here. And so that's there. This flips open. And we're gonna just go ahead and deal with this page before I scoot over and we look at this one. You've got your little envelope here that opens, and I have a mat in here, and this has a bunch of words all over it. I don't know if you can see all of them, but it says "Forever and ever, love struck, love letters for you. You'll always be my Valentine. It's a love story." Every time I hear that, I think of Taylor Swift. "It's you, it's always been you. I'm in love with you." Just all kinds of sweet Valentine's Day sayings. And then on the back, we've got this pretty watercolor almost looking pink that I mounted, and then use my corner punches on that. So whether you want to journal, add some white on there or whatever, and then I did stitch all of those. And so that fits right into your pocket here. And I'm sorry that my voice is so raspy. My videos are delayed and everything's behind because I've been fighting a cold all week, and it's living in my chest, and it just makes me sound like a frog. So we have that there. This flips over, and you've got some little arrow prints. And then so in the Graphic 45 and in Tiffany's tutorial, of her revamp of this. She actually has a double waterfall here, but her album is bigger than mine because she did a 7.5 by 7.5. Mine is shrunk down to fit this 6 by 6 paper. So she does have this large waterfall here in her tutorial. I don't remember if she left this as a pocket or not, but she mentions having it as a pocket, and so I used my scraps and made another little, you can't see it, another little just journal spot. And then this is not, oh, this is open, so you could tuck something under there, like if you wanted to put a little saying or something and then have it tuck under there. I left that open and then just mounted some of those little scrappies on there. So let's actually go this way. I like that pink better. So this tucks up into your waterfall, and she mentions that in her tutorial that that's something that she has done and does do, and so I just did it as well. And then we've got this large waterfall here, and I went through and I matted the tops and the bottoms. They just looked funky to me with the white on there. And so you've got several of these pink waterfalls in here, and you can mat top and bottom or whatever you prefer. And then this is glued down at the very bottom because of that pocket that's back there. So got your waterfall there, and this was another one of those rub-ons, trying to use up some of those Happy Valentine's Day XOXO. It's on there. And then what Tiffany does in hers is because hers is big enough, she runs a double waterfall along here. If you want a true like 3x4 waterfall here, having a 6x6, it ends up being too tight. So what I did was I just made one 3x4 waterfall, so you've got all of your pages still to be able to mount. But then what I did was I just, instead of having it centered, I scooted it over and then left this side open so it's a pocket with another one of these pullouts. So you've got another pullout in here, another little XOXO on there. One of those rub-ons. There we go. It's a rub-on. How long did it take for my brain to finally like click that together? So there's all of that there. And then this just folds right back up. So your pocket comes in and this folds over. These are, your magnets are under there so that this all closes up nice and tight. And you've got it. And this works so nice because of the structure. I think Tiffany mentions this too. It's a nice like display piece because it'll stand up. So you can just have it sitting there, and then you can open it and tuck all of your Valentine's Day memories, and you've got some good pockets in here to be able to store some like ticket stubs or whatever you did on that day. And now I gotta remember to go back and add something on here. One day my projects will actually be done when I share them. So there is that little project share. I've got a couple more Valentine's Day projects I'm going to try to get out. I know it's already February. My brain keeps telling me I'm still in January, and I'm trying to wrap my brain around the fact that Valentine's Day is in like 10 days, so we'll see how many projects actually get done. But I'm ready to start on spring and all of that good stuff, but we'll see how many Valentine's Day projects I can accomplish as I'm trying to get some of this paper used up. So there's that project share for you guys. I will link Tiffany's tutorials. Unfortunately, I won't be able to link any of the products I use just because I have no idea where the 6x6 paper comes from. It was just all in some scrap boxes that I had. These punches are all things I had. I don't even know where these jemmies come from or this rub-on. Like, none of it I've got. I just know that my cardstock always comes from Michael's, so that is one thing I do know for sure. But I'll link Tiffany's videos for you guys. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I am trying to get up and going and get some of my videos back and rolling again as I'm getting over this horrid cold. But that's where we're at, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for visiting, and make sure that you subscribe or check me out on Instagram. See you guys in the next video.